Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Fatima Faith, aka Always Dreaming, Dreamer Vibes Entertainment LLC. Welcome back to the Temple Twin. It is Sunday, August the 9th, 2026. It is now 6:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've been kind of rocking and rolling till 4 in the morning. I've been rocking and rolling all day, just being more visible today with my normal daily life. So come in, kick off your shoes, relax your feet, party on down to the escape beat. I never know where it's gonna go. I kind of just push the button and let things, just flow however they're gonna flow. Okay, so I wanted to pop one. I'm doing this. I've gone live on YouTube. It's been a very long time since I've gone live on YouTube. I was just kind of eating my food and just kind of, living my life. So live your life. Hey, you steady chasing that paper. Just live your life. Live your life. Because that's what I'm doing. I'm living life. Real life in real time. A real lifestyle. All right. I was listening to some pick a card readings on YouTube. I went live on Instagram. I went live on Facebook. I recorded real life on TikTok. And now, like I said, I'm feeling like I'm ready to serve. I'm ready to do some work. So yeah, welcome. I guess the first thing I'm going to do, I did test the sound to make sure, I'm not too drowned out. And that you all can hear me okay. Let me burn a little Palo Santo. I got a new stick. I love the smell of Palo Santo. I kind of want to do a pick a card reading. It is Sunday, which was supposed to be the day that I do like a weekly collective reading. So like I said, I don't know where it's going to go, but I'll throw some timestamps in and y'all can navigate, choose your own adventure and navigate around what you like, what you want to hear. Thought about just doing all this live, but I've already done the live thing. I haven't really recorded anything. My problem with recording is sometimes it'll forever stay in my computer. It'll stay in my computer. Got a little chill. I felt good. All right. So, first and foremost, I usually like to, before I pull cards on anybody else, I like to pull cards on myself and get myself in the energy. Of course, I pulled like earlier today, but I want to pull for this specific moment. I do have my tarot deck out on the selenite, but I think I want to wait and use that for when I start reading for whoever wants it. All right. I don't know why I'm feeling kind of alien-ish. I'm feeling a little out of this world, so let's pull from matter of fact, I want to pull from this oracle deck. I keep seeing the aliens in my head, so I'm going to pull from the Mystic Martians to get myself in whatever energy is best suited for this moment. This magic moment. I close the night. By the look in your eyes. Card number 9 is what I got the last time. Card number 9 is what I got the last time. The grays, the short ones, timid, misunderstood, and shy. I be telling people I'm shy. I don't know why they don't believe it. We'll believe it. And then we have card number 36. 3 plus 6 is also 9 with the shadow self, denial, projecting, shame, the shadow. Ooh. And then on the other side, I had the Lyrians, or the Lyrans. Card number 11, strength, courage, and bravery. Alright. If I can get some guidance from my galactic guides for this moment, for the benefit of all beings. How might I need to show up in this moment for the benefit of all? What is the energy? Thank you. We have Arcturians. I'm getting this energy. This is the second time I've gotten this energy today. So definitely where I'm supposed to be. So card number 6. 6 is the card of 6 is the number of Venus. It's about balance. It's about harmony. It's about love and compassion. 6 also rules the 6th house, which is the world of Virgo. 6th house is ruled by Virgo. I'm a Virgo sun, but my Virgo sun is in the 3rd house, not the 6th house. Virgo is very mercurial, okay? So thinking about how to bring more balance, health, and well-being to the collective. So Arcturian says, feeling safe. I create safe space for you to evolve and become. I create safe space. I create safe space. Feeling safe, wisdom keepers, concern. Concern. Alright, so that's the primary card that I'm gonna rock with. Thank you. Thank you. I see this cup of tea. I see a cup of tea over here. Well, it's tea for me because yeah, we have teas over here, and we did not pull any herbs for the day. So last night I had just tea for before bed. It was so good. So yeah. Oh, I already counted it out. I already counted down. And on the bottom of the deck, we have card number 18 with the Syrians. Syrians A, artistic, integrity, and honesty. It's time to share some truths, share some wisdom, be honest with the people, artistic. But make it beautiful, beautiful, beauty, Venus. Number 6, the number 6, artistic. Add your artistry on top of how you choose to share the wisdom that your soul holds. And on the other side, we have the grays, the tall grays, utilitarian, organized, intimidating. I've heard people say I might be a little intimidating. I just heard because you're an alien, you know? Because you're an alien, because you're a wisdom keeper, because you make people feel a level of safety that they haven't once felt before. Well, at least I hope that's what I do. I hope I make people feel safe enough to open up, open up, Open up, but guard yourself at the same time. A delicate balance. 6, Venus. Card number 6, Arcturians. Being able to balance being a wisdom keeper and sharing your knowledge and wisdom with others, but while keeping yourself in a protective bubble. Look at that. Being protected. What you have to share is protected. All right. That's the vibes. All right. That's the vibes. We're where we're supposed to be. All right. So I'm going to put Mr. Arcturian up there so it can keep an eye on me. Keep me anchored in this reading. Yeah, let's start with, I'm feeling a pick a card reading. That's where I'm wanting to go now. All right, I'm going to pull an embodied tarot card for each pile. I'm seeing 3 piles in my head. I'm seeing 3 piles in my head. All right. I'm calling on the highest frequencies of love, light, and peace to come into this place, to bless anyone who may hear this message. I pray that it is exactly what they needed to hear in this moment. I pray that it gives them exactly what they needed. I hope it fills their soul, it comforts their soul to continue on their journey. I pray that it lets them know that they are not alone. They never have been. It's all about alignment, putting yourself in the perfect place of alignment. Alignment with the right souls, alignment with the right energies and frequencies, and all that encompasses life. I pray they see the beauty in all that they are. All right, we have pile number 1. Thank you. We have pile number 2. That was quick. All right, and I need 1 more. Pile number 3. Isn't that something? All the cards came out for each pile on the IC. Thank you. Thank you. Or is it a lecture? Is it a lecture? Is it a pick a card reading? Is it a collective reading? It just is. It is what it is. It is just sharing space. It's just sharing space with you. I feel like this is the collective message for everyone. We have the child within in the newest versions of my deck. This is called the Animator card. You are the creator. You are the animator. And we talked about artistry and being artistic with the, what card was that? With the Syrians. Syrians A, artistic integrity. Artistic integrity. Being integrous to yourself and your own artistic and creative energies. It is time to apply what it is that you've learned and animate your life. The child within the inner child, the animator. The child within the animator, and all the cards came out in the reverse IC, on the IC. Everything came out on the IC. The IC in the embodied world connects to conditioning We are deconditioning this week. This is a pick a card for the week ahead. For the week ahead, we are moving in the direction of the inner child. The inner child has something to share with the world today. The inner child has something to share with the world today. It's time to match the tarot decks for each of these piles. The inner child of the 3 piles needs a tarot deck. Do we pause or do we continue to live real life in real time? Because we are feeling safe. We are creating safe space for people to slow down their lives. Are all our lives exciting all the time? Are we always out smiling, having a good time? No, sometimes we are inside the IC. Sometimes we were inside our private home. We are being called to go within. We're being called to look at the science of conditioning. In the embodied world, the IC is the core class of science. Looking at my total solution for the GED test book that goes over what, as you graduate from high school, you should know from all four core subjects. All 4 core subjects. Like the 4 angles of an astrological chart, each angle represents one of the 4 core classes, and we're all in the class of science this week. What type of science? I don't know. We'll have to explore that a little bit more. Science, the world of science. Let's pick these tarot decks. All right. Pile number 1, you have the Visionary with the Sage of Mind, also known as the King of Mind, and you have that on the body side. Something about our head this week. We are connecting to our physical body this week. Now in the embodied system, the IC on the body side takes us to the emergency management phase of preparation. And we have the Visionary here. We have the Sage of Mind. We have the King of Mind. You are being prepared, pile number 1, card number 39. 39. You are being prepared to speak. You're being prepared to speak, to lose your head, to keep yourself in balance, but also to Aquarius. This is the sign of Aquarius in my system. Put your eyes set, eyes a part of your head. Keep your eyes on the prize, and the prize is the future of the collective, a visionary. You are being called to clarify your vision. Clarify your vision. Is that how we're doing? I guess so. All right. Pile number 2, you have on the IC, you also have the body side. Pile 1 and pile 2 are in preparation mode. We are connected to our bodies this week. You have what is traditionally called the Devil card, but in my deck it's called the Shaman. The Shaman. This is card number 35 in this deck. Card number 35, number 8, takes us to the kind of the underworld, being able to balance both sides of the infinity. The Devil, the Shaman, the Integumentary system, Capricorn energy. This is dealing with government and politics, okay? So pile number 1 is the Visionary, and we're looking towards the future. They're preparing for something of the future. They are preparing something for the future where they're going to need to use their head. They're going to need to listen. They're going to need to be able to see. And they're going to need to know how to use their sword air properly to create the vision for what is opposite. We are preparing for bringing a vision into the world, pile number one. Pile number two, you are the shaman. You are the one that is not afraid to get in tune with your integumentary system, your hair, your skin. Your skin is the biggest organ of the body. I just heard tough skin. You've been through the flames. You've been through it all. You've explored preparation. This is you reflecting back. I'm getting reflecting back over the course of time. You set the time. Time is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn rules Capricorn. Saturn rules Capricorn. Pile number two, when. I remember when. I remember way back then, back in the days. You've learned so much about the balance between right and wrong. Preparing you to step forward to help heal others. Balancing. There's something about balancing the light and the dark, balancing the shadow, being between worlds. The shaman. And pile number three, you have card number 36, and you have a dual-sided card. Pile number three, it came out on the spirit side with warrior, and the keyword is peace. This is the card of Leo, and of course we are in Leo season. We are in Leo season. Leo rules the world system of culture. You are also preparing. So while pile number one feels more like preparing for influence, is what I just heard, pile number two is preparing to heal and help others heal, triggering people's demons for their own good, not to do it intentionally. It's an aura that you bring with you. The shaman is powerful. It is the card of Capricorn, the goat. And on the spirit side, pile number three, even though it is on the IC, it's more about science. The science of the warrior, the science of peace. We're being asked to look at things a little deeper. How can we create more peace within our culture? Science. How can we alchemize? How can we alchemize the warrior and peace together? Those are the three piles, and like I said, the overarching energy for all three piles is the inner child or the animator. So I'm going to pick a deck to go with each of these piles, and I will see you in your pile. Baby, I'm not myself lately, I'm foolish out. I've been playing myself, baby, I don't care. Cause your love's got the best of me. Baby, you're making a fool of me. You got me sprung, I don't care who sees. Cause baby, you got me, you got me, you got me. Got me looking so crazy. Who's looking crazy out there? Alright, boom. I done picked some decks. I done put some decks on deck. Know what I mean? Know what I mean, homie? Hiney? Alright, let's take a picture. Alright, boom. Let me move my pop sockets out the way. Hope this is a good enough picture. Y'all inner child, or our inner child. I feel like if I'm reading for the collective, you know, we're all a reflection of each other, right? So I feel like it's reflective of me as well. All right, so pile number one, you have the Sage of Mind from the Embodied Tarot. You got it on the IC on the body side with head, okay? So this week is going to be focused on your head being a visionary. Okay, this goes with everything going on with your head. I don't know why I just heard like you might experience a toothache, but I'm more metaphysical with the body side of the deck. But I don't know. I hear what I hear. So make sure you're doing good oral hygiene this week. Let me push this over so y'all can see. Oral hygiene, getting your eyes checked, or I just heard closing your eyes, because this is an air sign, Lord. Here we go with this channeling and stuff. I don't know where it's going to go. I push the button and I let shit flow, okay? Matter of fact, we're going to hold off because I feel like everything's about to start talking. So let me just get into y'all's pile. So pile number 1, on the IC in the area of preparation, you have the head. Okay, so something going on with the head, Sage of Mind, King of Swords. And for you, we have the Garbage Pail Kids Tarot. Now, the overall theme for this whole pick a card came out with the inner child, so this is why the decks are a little bit more inner child friendly. All right, pile number 2, you had the Devil card, or as it's called in my deck, the Shaman. You also got body side on the IC. You are also in preparation this week. Preparation for what? I don't know. We'll find out, right? All right, so I picked the Tarot of the Divine, and I never use this deck, so this will be interesting to see what we get from this. So you have Tarot of the Divine with the Integumentary system, the whole Integumentary system, because this is a major arcana. This is hair, nails, skin. I don't know why I always gap teeth in with this. So there's something about teeth. I don't know. And pile number 3, you also had your card on the IC. Now, you did get the double-sided card. You got the Strength card. In my deck, it's the Warrior card, but you got it on the Spirit side. So as pile number 1 and pile number 2 are more in their body this week, you are more philosophical. You're going to be a little bit more spiritual this week, okay? So we have Warrior and Peace for pile number 3, and the deck I chose for you is the City Labyrinth, okay? All right, I will see you all in your piles and see where it goes. All right, pile number 1, welcome back. I'm seeing that I've just remembered that I made a grocery order, and they're shopping your order. They're shopping our order right now. So anyway, I don't know why that was relevant. So you picked the card of the Sage of Mind with the Visionary as the archetype, and we're in the area of the IC. Now, the IC in the Embodied Tarot, on the body side specifically, I'm an emergency manager by trade in my previous work experience. So I decided to, when it comes to the body side of my tarot deck, are we in crisis? Is this an emergency? Okay, so the first thing to remember in an emergency, this is significant. The first thing to remember in an emergency or crisis is don't lose your head. Don't lose your head. Keep calm, okay? You are the Sage of Mind. We depend on you. I keep feeling like a movement into a new position where, and it might be some type of emergency. You may get the chance to show how balanced you can be, and how you can, I just heard, not necessarily be in your ego, because you understand that your community, your neighborhood, your family maybe really your family, because the IC does deal with your home life. And like I said, in the embodied tarot, that deals with the phase of emergency management of preparation. So going within the home. So this week, and you may not receive anything this week. It may be something comes, yeah. It may be something comes up next week, the beginning of next week, or on the weekend, through the weekend, and you get a chance. And then I just saw a test, someone taking a test in a classroom. You may get the chance to test to see how much your inner child has grown, how much your inner child has learned from the experiences of life. Will you still react like a child and get fired up, or will you stay balanced? Will you keep a cool head? Will you act like a mature adult? The elders, the sages are the elders and cover the ages of 51 to 77 and up in my deck. All the kings, okay? So you're being looked at to, yeah, something may even happen. Anything can happen, okay? But I feel like there's going to be an opportunity to show how much you've grown. And you're going to be surprised that you're able to kind of keep your cool and think through what's happening and be able to solve the problem. Solutions. You're going to be able to find solutions a whole lot easier to your problems, and your preparation and the time that you take this week to get very clear on your vision. It's something about getting clear on your vision, so that way when it's time to communicate that vision, you are able to articulate yourself in a very mature manner and not lose your cool. People will be looking to you, not just for what you see and what you're able to assess, but you're able to see also, you're able to feel, you're able to kind of decode. Now I'm seeing the matrix coding. You're able to decode kind of what is actually going on and not lose your cool, not lose your head, okay? This week we're all going to be called to apply something, some aspect. So it may be something that we learned early in our childhood that we previously might easily react off of, but this week we're realizing, like, actually, you know, I know how to handle this situation. Even if your inner child does get triggered a little bit, it'll be okay. All right, let's get into the tarot, because I could just channel forever. All right, let me let's do a little something like this. We're gonna put that card there, and we're gonna put my deck there and shuffle on the selenite. Spirit, we're calling in the highest guides of divine light for pile number 1 to give them any insight into this week and how they may be able to address any obstacles with ease. I pray they are able to navigate any obstacle with ease, impressing themselves in a very grounded and humble way. Oh, I thought this was more than one card. That came out quick. So this is the 7 of Wands. This card is all about standing your ground, having being able to handle whatever comes this week. All right, so if we 7 of Wands, the number 7, okay, the number 7. Sevens in the tarot are the last of the fixed signs. It's the last of the fixed signs, and in Wands, it's the last. You will be victorious. I can't make this shit up. We have the 6 of Wands. We have the 6 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. These are both Leo cards. So we have the second decan of Leo. We have the second decan of Leo, and then we have the final decan of Leo. You will succeed. Be graceful. Be graceful. This is not going to be as difficult as you think. You are able to handle it with ease. You are able to handle anything that arises sporadically. It may have been hard. You may be a fixed sign. This may be a pile that has heavy fixed sign energy in their chart, and this is what your inner child is bringing back to you. The inner child, the Fool card is ruled by Uranus, and Uranus rules Aquarius. Aquarius is opposite of Leo, both being fixed signs. You're now able to apply. You won't fall off the cliff like you've done so many times. You won't fall and scrape your knee like you've done so many times before. That trauma imprinted on your physical body. If you are called to pile number 2, then feel free. Rock out. Rock out with your cock out. You know what I mean? It is what it is. That was 8 minutes exactly on the clock. 8 minutes. Things may look a lot tougher than they are, but you can see clearly. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Look, that's a cyclops. That's someone with one eye, and I talked in some of the channeling about the head. This is all about the head. Everything, being able to sniff out, instinctual, being able to sniff out the truth of the matter. Something about the truth, being able to see through it, being able to be mature enough, be the elder, be the wise counsel for whatever is going on. Can I get more spirit for pile number 1? Thank you. Empress. We have the Empress here. The Empress is abundant and comfortable. You will be comfortable in this new position. You will be comfortable with making these decisions. It will seem so clear that you will only need the one eye. You will only need your one eye. I think I said something about closing your eyes in preparation. Sometimes our 2 eyes can deceive us, and sometimes we need to close our 2 eyes so our one eye can open, and so that we can hear clearly all these senses that are on our one area, our head. We can see with 2 eyes. We can see with the one eye. We can hear what isn't being said. We can sniff out. I just heard a rat. But keep your cool. Keep your cool. Do not lose your head. I cannot make this shit up. Do not lose your head. This is the Queen of Swords. You will be able to see through both sides of the coin. Being able to see both sides of the coin. The air sign that is affiliated with this King of Swords is Aquarius. The 2 waves, the water bearer. The symbol for Aquarius, 2 waves. Drip so hard, don't stand too close, you go fuck around and drown off this wave. We can deal with the waves. We know how to roll with it, to be able to see both sides without losing our head. We know how to stand our ground for the collective. There is something about standing your ground for the collective. This isn't just about you. This is not just about you. You are being prepared. I see you are being prepared to step forward with your vision, but do not lose your head, and do not forget the eye on the prize. This is for more than you. Okay? The Empress nurtures. While the Emperor is about nature and instinctual, the Empress is about nurturing the collective as she holds the sign of Venus. This is the card of Venus. We talked about bringing balance and harmony. Bringing balance and harmony. Thank you. Let's see where else we go. Let's see where else we go. We have the Hermit. Yes, this week you're being called to go within so that you will be properly prepared. The Hermit card also is about being wise and wisdom. So there is a lot of energy around this pile to step forward. It really does feel like a stepping forward. Thank you. And I said about the Emperor is nature versus nurture, and you have the Emperor here as well, and we'll put the Emperor right underneath. And we talked about Venus and being balanced, and we have the Six of Wands again, six again, being balanced in your Emperor and Empress, being studying. I just heard studying. That can also be very air quality, okay? There will be somewhat of a tower moment, but that's okay, because this is what is preparing you to put you in a position to move forward, okay? To step into your rightful place. I feel like for a long time you have held your ground on a certain situation and it didn't seem like it was going to work out, but over time, because you were patient and because you kept your vision clear and because you kept your inner child intact. I just saw about keeping your inner child intact despite all the tower moments. Thank you. And we have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups talks about walking away. This is the first of the mutable cards. Mutable Pisces, Cups, Water. Mutable Pisces, Cups, Waters. I'm seeing very specifically a situation that's in my life that feels like this reading. So we have Six of Wands. So we have Six of Wands, Six of Wands, Seven of Wands, 6, 7, and we have Eight of Cups. Being disappointed. You held your ground. You kept your vision as the Sage of Mind. You kept your vision. You knew what was right and what was wrong. You found your own internal compass. And you fought and you fought and you fought. You fought to keep your ground. You fought to speak your truth. And I just heard to no avail. The Empresses, the Emperors, no one in charge, no one of authority believed in you. You're the only one of the three pals that got a court card as their primary card. You fought so hard to make it into the major leagues. You worked so hard to get into the major leagues, and through all that time of fighting, and then you went inside your cave, you went hermit for a long time. You went hermit for a long time because you got tired of fighting. You got tired of fighting and not being recognized for your passions and for your visionary ideas for the collective, because once again, this is not just for you. This was for everybody. I just heard these hoes, they for everybody. They for everybody. So you flew away. You left. The first of the Pisces, 8, the number 8, and we have 8, 9 here too. So we have 3, 4. We have 6, 7, 8, and 9. You took almost every step that you felt you were supposed to take. You took every step you were supposed to take. You did everything right. And for some reason, you never got the encouragement, the support, the validation that you so desperately wanted. And there's nothing wrong with wanting that, because at the end of the day, we are all just children inside, looking for our mother, the Empress, and our father to love us, to witness us, to be proud of us. Because then we start to question our own vision. We start to question if we're really seeing things for the way that they are, or the way that we feel with the cups here. And even though we end your reading with this 8 of Cups, which is all about walking away, I feel like, in line with the Hermit, it's almost like walking into something new. It's not even sad. I don't feel sad like the normal 8 of Cups feeling usually is, where it's like, oh, we have to move on, from here. We have to leave behind everything. I don't feel that way. I feel like I stacked these beautiful 8 cups. I literally took each and every step. I took 6. We have 3, 4, 6. And it actually wasn't challenging. We don't have the number 5 here. Isn't that something? We do not have the number 5 here. The smallest number we have is 3, and 3 is about Venus. As far as the tarot is concerned with the Empress, we have Venus here, and we can see the sign of Venus as also the Ankh. We had the key the whole time. I got the key. But you started the reading with the Aquarius card, the visionary. You were ahead of your time. This is about futuristic thinking, futuristic visions that could not be understood in that time, in that dimension. But now we have stacked up our 8 cups, and we fly free. We have transformed, and we're just beginning our Pisces journey of becoming transcendent, to understand, to touch the hem. I just saw, to touch the hem. We are now out of the cocoon, and we are breaking free. My softness has survived everything that tried to harden me. That was an affirmation that just came through at 7:04 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 7:04, 7 plus 4 is 11. 7 plus 4 is 11. The 2 pillars. What are your 2 pillars? Your masculine and your feminine. Your balance between your mother, your inner mother, and your inner father. How will you nurture yourself, and how will you use your nature to your advantage? Seven of Wands also talks about vantage points. I would like to pull an oracle to close you out. I'm trying to see what oracle feels like. I see the starseed. Aquarius can deal with alien energy and star seeds, and being that that's your anchor card for this reading, it just feels like you just were ahead of your time, boo. We was just ahead of our time, you know what I'm saying? And that's okay. That's all right. If you would like to join the temple where we play music, we vibe, and you're not afraid of the taboo, of the shadows, of the things you don't understand, if you would like to dig deeper, you can join the temple for $8 a month. It's a safe, sacred space for becoming, for unveiling. Okay? What guidance from our galactic guides? I feel like this is a safe pile. What message do we have? I feel like I feel like this, the tarot was very uplifting, it's empowering, but I feel like in those moments when we're feeling a little detached, a little detached, what message can we anchor back into ourselves to comfort us with whatever may be going on? And it's also interesting here, everything focuses around the head, right? That's your card, right? The head. You had her losing her head, and you have his mind being blown. And I love the way the order of these cards are right now, because it looks like, you know, a situation will come about where we're being pushed to our limit. We're being called to keep our head, don't lose our head, being able to see above, but I also just saw see above the clouds, you know, above the drama, and just be able to, and it's going to be mind-blowing of how well we're able to balance our nature versus nurture. How we can use our senses and sensibilities, I heard, to protect ourselves, to see clearly, but also to nurture ourselves and those that we're meant to serve. I feel like there is a message of service here. So this week, like I said, to anchor it in, you're in preparation mode. We're focused on the head. We are embodying the ages of 51 and up. And the archetype of the visionary is the archetype for the week for pile number 1. And the overall theme for the whole collective is the inner child. Create something new, okay? And we have star ancestors coming out of the deck, okay? So that's your main message. You have your star ancestors helping you through this. I said we felt a little galactic. It says hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. Okay, so this is perfect, because I feel like this is definitely talking about you this week. You're kind of going within. You do have the Hermit card out here. You're going within. This was on the IC. You're in that preparation mode to clear your mind. I would really challenge you, especially with the Seven of Wands here as the first card out of the deck, of holding your position, holding your ground, being resilient. I feel like with the 7 card, I would even challenge you to do no social media this week. Do like a complete detox. So by the time you get into next Sunday, a week from now, because I said at the beginning, even though I don't see anything primarily right here, there's this feeling that nothing is happening this week. This is like the preparation week for next week, for whatever is going to happen next week that you're going to be victorious over. And you need to get quiet. You need to clear your mind so that when this, whatever is about to happens, you're able to, so this week, receiving hidden secrets, sacred knowledge, understand, like I said, it's going to blow your mind. Something's going to come through. So I really would challenge you to do some type of detox that comes from your mind, or committing more to a 7-day practice of writing in your journal, or a 7-day practice of meditation every night. Do y'all want me to tell them? Yeah. Okay, so for the last few nights, I'll hear an affirmation that I need. And I toss and turn a lot. And so every time I somewhat wake up, I'll say that affirmation over and over and over again until I fall back asleep. And the information that has been coming to me when I wake up through my dreams has been so pivotal. And then I write them, that affirmation in my journal that I used for that particular night. So information wants to come in for you, ancient information. But if your mind is not clear, if your head is not clear, if you're not able to listen, see, and really just sit in it, you'll miss it. And this week actually is also the Mercury Kazemi, I believe. So yes, y'all saw that. All right, called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. That's exactly what I'm talking about. With this visionary energy, you are being prepared. I don't know what you're prepared to do, but you have three major arcanas. You have 2 court cards. In charge of your own. I always see court cards as like in charge of your own like hub, your own, I just heard ecosystem. But like major arcanas are like overarching, like bigger, like, so like if court cards are your neighborhood and your city, the majors are like the state, you know, the whole state or a region, or something like that. Yeah. So we are 28 in. Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. So you literally have hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper for this week, and you have called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. Thank you. And on the bottom of the deck, you have Surrender to the Sweetness. Yeah, it's going to blow your mind of how much easier this is going to be. You have learned enough. Trust that you have learned enough and you are ready to step up and lead. It's time to step up. You are now being called. Literally, you are breaking free from the cocoon, okay? You have learned enough and you're ready to move on. It says Venus energy, can't make it up. Pleasure, joy, make love to life. Make love to life, okay? There is a message also coming through with when you tap in, you're tapping into you and your highest guides. Do not let someone else's projections of, and this is why I feel like that 7-day clearing of your mind was coming through, to go within, to literally go within your temple, go within your pyramid, you know, go within to get really clear on who the fuck you know you are, because you're the Empress and the Emperor, okay? You're the Queen of Swords. You're the King of Swords. You literally have counterparts, and you know, I don't know if you're looking for love in all the wrong places. I just saw like leaving behind all the duds, and moving towards, oh wow, look at that. There's a couple there. Look, he's over there in the corner and she's right there looking at him. So, and it says Venus energy, yeah. We're leaving behind what, you know, because we do have divine counterparts here. We have Queen of Swords and the King of Swords here. Being successful together. Surrender to what makes you happy, what brings you joy. You bring me joy. That was a mix of 2 different songs. You bring me joy when I'm down. And then Mary J, you bring me joy. I'm not trying to fuss and fight. I just want to make it right. I just want to let you know I'm feeling good tonight. There's something else coming through about like taking this week off away from any outside noise to give a chance. Whoever it applies to, it applies to. If it don't apply to you, please let it fly. allowing possibly a conversation. A conversation needs to happen. I don't want to fuss and fight. I just want to make it right. Um, but we need to be really locked in. Oh, we have divine counterparts here too with the Empress and Emperor as well. Um, yeah, so I feel like this week is a week to go within. Just to get quiet, because you're going to need to use your senses. You want to be super tapped in so you don't miss the secrets and the information coming through, okay? The guidance coming through to you, because it is giving you a chance to walk into a whole new, literally, walk into, fly into with the Eight of Cups. It's literally giving you the opportunity to move into something else, but you just have to surrender to what feels good. But you're not going to know what feels good if you're so distracted by everything going on outside of you, okay? Yeah, that was it, Pile 1. I hope this reading resonated for you. If you would like to leave me some type of tip or whatever like that, I am really open to it. You can cash at me, you know, any donation, any amount if you would like. 757-933-3915 is my number on Cash App for Always Dreaming, my business work. So yeah, and if you would like to join the temple, you can text me at 757-933-3915. That is my text only line. I also am having new services coming soon and very soon. New services coming, new classes, new lectures, teaching the embodied theory, teaching alchemy. We have all kinds of things over here. So yeah, I guess that's it. Namaste. The divine in me sees the divine in you. Peace, love, and until the next time, guys, keep dreaming. I'm never going back, never going back. No, you can't make me. Never going back, never going back. That's the song that was just on Sizzle. Sizzle. All right, what's up, Pile 2? Welcome to your weekly pick a card, week ahead. I don't know, whatever this is. It's just a pick a card. Hey, guys. Pile 1 was dope, of course. I'm excited to see where Pile 2 goes. Where Pile 2 goes, it's very interesting as I move Pile 1. Card over here. Okay, matter of fact, we'll put it behind here. Of course, we know the overall energy for all the decks pointed us back to our inner child with the animator card, or the child within, Uranus energy in the embodied theory. Obviously, this is important for this group. It's all about application. Each planet in the embodied system either holds a question word or a level of learning with Bloom's taxonomy, and Uranus is under Bloom's taxonomy as the application card. Okay, so this week is all about application, but it's also about the emergency management phase of preparedness. Okay, there's something about this. We want to turn on a little bit more light. We want to shed a little bit more light on the subject, okay? We have the Devil card in the traditional tarot in the embodied system. It is the Shaman, and is ruled by Capricorn in any system. Capricorn rules governments. In the embodied system, every sign in the embodied theory, there is something particular about what is happening right now. There is something very particular, something about training, teaching, the shadows, not being fearful. I feel like this group may have been through a lot in their life. It's no wonder that I decided that I was going to bite half of this edible before the devil card, before we go into more of a trance. Pile 1 was the tip of the iceberg with this transformative energy. We are learning something new this week. We are preparing our ideals. Ooh, I'm gonna get this out my mouth. It doesn't always taste good. We have the shaman energy. (7:30 p.m. on the dot). Being called into the shadows, being able to, it doesn't taste good. The mushrooms don't taste good. The magic, the psychedelics, I don't know, there's something, and maybe because I am a shaman, I'm gonna pull from these cards, because now I don't want to use this deck anymore, but I want to see what else, what comes out. I feel like I picked this deck because the inner child shaman. I call myself an inner child shaman because I work particularly with the inner child. This group compared to the previous group definitely feels more serious. Capricorn can be a very serious energy. We are dealing with the realm of politics and government. And looking at these cards, and I didn't really see this as, let me take a picture and I'll plug it in. I didn't really notice this despite the fact that pile 1 was also on the body side, just like you. And it was also on the IC, but there's something about seeing the child within on the MC, on the spirit side, and the shaman with the integumentary system on the IC. They're mirroring each other. The devil card in the traditional tarot is the devil, and the two beings seemingly chained, stuck in the underworld. This is about the balance between you and the upper world, and the lower world. I feel like we're going into the place of mythology, and this particular deck, Tarot of the Divine, is inspired by deities, folklore, and fairy tales from around the world. We are going into the realm of myth. What is real? This week may have you questioning what is real. Integumentary system. Integumentary system deals with the hair. When I think of the hair and the shaman, I think of the hairs that stand up on your arm, giving you spidey senses to be able to feel what may be coming. Integumentary system. We're going on a ride. We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship. Applying. This whole, every group is gonna have some level of application we're called to this week. Some level of application. Applying ourselves. You're not applying yourself, Smokey. And I just ate half an edible. The devil card in the traditional tarot can talk about addictions, being under the influence of something else. Do we have control over what we have, of what has influence over us? I voluntarily ate half of an edible. The shaman often takes medicine to see the unseen, to be able to dance between the two worlds. The Hoyoka empath. Hoyoka empath. Tell me about the Hoyoka empath. The Hoyoka empath and the shaman archetype. Let's see what it comes up with. We're gonna see what Aisha has to say. We did get a card. You can see it. It came out face down, and I'm not ready to open it just yet. We're getting into the zone. We're getting into the vibe. Shout out to all the shamans out there, the medicine women, medicine men, the wild woman archetypes, the instinctual, tribal, ancestral wisdom that runs through our body, the skin. Let's see what it says.
The Heyoka originates from Lakota Sioux tradition. The Heyoka is a type of sacred clown shaman in the culture of the Sioux, the Lakota and Dakota people of the Great Plains. The Heyoka operates as a contrarian, jester, and satirist, speaking and moving in an opposite fashion, and only those receiving visions of the thunder beings of the West earn that ceremonial role. The shaman connection runs deep. Heyoka empaths carry the role of shamans among all empaths, spiritual guides, teachers, and healers. Native American belief defines Heyoka as a spiritually ordained calling, one the individual is destined to live, transcending suffering and emerging from the void with spiritual clarity harnessed for the betterment of the tribe and Mother Earth. The mirror function defines their healing power. Heyoka empaths act as emotional mirrors, reflecting the behavior of others while bringing humor and satire to facilitate a healing process. They serve as sacred mirrors who reflect truth, using humor and unconventional behavior to disrupt the status quo. These individuals carry the gifts of foresight, empathic healing, truth-saying, and spiritual abilities that appear to defy the laws of physics. In Tibetan Buddhism, a parallel exists in what Chogyam Trungpa called crazy wisdom, a controversial path to self-discovery seen by many as abnormal or irrational, yet deeply intentional. The shadow work matters too. The Heyoka empath walks a journey of profound self-discovery, delving into the depths of their own psyche, confronting their own shadows, and emerging as more authentic and self-aware. A powerful archetype for anyone drawn to mentorship and healing through truth.
So that's kind of what I was getting. I heard about mirroring, and I said it's interesting how I saw, because I was seeing this full image as like a clown, as the jester, as a Hoyoka empath with the shaman here, and how they're mirroring each other. It's kind of like the upper world and the lower world. If you're looking at it like this, they're on the same side. You got daytime here, and you got daytime up above, but nighttime, what looks to be nighttime at the bottom. Knowing how to balance between the shadows, knowing how to balance what is healthy intoxication and what is unhealthy toxication. Are you in control of the drug, of the medicine, or is it in control of you? Are you clear? Do you understand where you're going? It's time to apply all that you've learned. So I found it very nice and interesting and fun that while we were listening to that, we had cards come out face down, because I'm feeling like we want to go into this transient energy of aliens and the underworld and the taboo, like more darker energy. I'm not sure what deck that's leading me to, but I wanted to go ahead and just get some cards from here just to kind of anchor from this deck. So this last card came out face up in the reverse, and I find it interesting that it's in the reverse because even though this isn't the embodied tarot, this is the style of reading. So with this card in reverse here, that's pointing me back to the IC, pointing me back to the field of science. Understanding the science of the underworld is what I'm getting. The science of the underworld. The IC on the spirit side correlates to the class of science, okay? And we have the area of preparation when it comes to emergency management, because so preparation and science. The science of preparedness. The science of preparedness. Let's see what we got here. We have the moon, and we have that also in reverse or on the IC, and we have the emperor. Isn't this very interesting? This looks like the sun setting, night into day, possibly. We have an eagle here, something about spirit guides. If we're dealing with the world of shamanism, we are dealing with an animalistic nature, our animal totems, our animal spirit guides. We also have, like I said, the emperor sitting right here in the center, being the emperor. If you were called to Pile 1, you can go to Pile 1. The emperor came out in Pile 1 too, also. Or this may be a continuation. We have the moon card, but if we're gonna use this as embodied style, then it's in reverse, which puts it in the IC. And the IC is ruled by Cancer, and Cancer rules the moon. The moon is currently in Cancer. So we're feeling very comfortable where we are emotionally right now. And even if we are uncomfortable, we are preparing for something. We are preparing our outer. I'm learning as we go along, especially when it comes to the body. I'm not a nurse or anything like that, but I'm letting these body parts and systems talk to me. But if we think about the integumentary system, we always think about the skin, okay? And that's our first protection. Very nice. Thank you, Spirit. Protection. It's our first field of protection. The devil is often associated with hell and fire, and you got to protect your skin from the heat, from the sun. And we are preparing to have a tougher skin, because we're being called MC, because this is in the upright position. We're being also called into an emperor position. Now, it's interesting because Pile 1 wasn't necessarily, I'm not even going to go there. If you were called to Pile number 1, go to Pile number 1. But this is a different type of energy. We have the major arcana of the shaman. And imagine the shaman sitting as the governor, of a state or something like that. Somebody that is tapped in intuitively, spiritually, to the underworkings of the world, the underworld, the corruption, the scandal, and things like that, and still being able to win a position. Win a position? Are we winning a position? Are we applying everything that we know about the spirit world and bringing that forward into the real world? Are we calling a mockery the Heyoka empath? Are we calling of the mockery that takes place within our systems, literally our systems? They don't have tough enough skin. Their skin is not tough enough. There's no dirt under their nails, integumentary system. They did not have to claw their way up. Maybe claw and pull others down, but did you get your hands dirty? Did you put your hands in the dirt? Got it out the mud? Did you get it out the mud? Did you internally reflect? Were you able to see things clearly? Or did you only see what suited you, what worked for you? Did you forget about the ecosystem? Did you forget about our animal friends? Did you forget about the waters, literally the waters? Did you take care of the system as a whole? Or did you just sit on your throne and make decisions with external influence and motivation and coercion? Let's see what's on this card right here. We have the King of Swords. Yes, if you are called to pile number 1, the King of Swords was their anchor card. We literally have a phoenix here. This is beautiful because it goes from this human idea of what the system is, because we can't forget you have the card of the Shaman, the devil, the Capricorn card, the one that rules government and politics and how we've always done things, and structure that has taken a long time to build. But we have forgotten our roots. We have forgotten our roots, the IC. We have forgot the waters of memory. Remember where you came from. Remember that water affects everything, every ecosystem. You got some raccoons, it looks like, over in the corner here. Someone is coming to a higher position and is able to take what they learned in the mundane world and what they learned in the underworld and bring them both together like a phoenix rising from the ashes to make decisions that is good for the entire ecosystem, not just good for one person. Let's see, where are we going now? We were talking about animals and the ecosystem. Let's pull some animal cards. Saw this in my head. We have the Wild Mystic. Let's see what our animal spirit guides have for us that can help empower this message. Shape-shifting. I just heard shape-shifting from not just a man into any being that we need to become for the collective good. For the collective good. Never forget your why. Never forget your why. What message do our animal guides have for our shamans in pile number 2? What animal spirits are assisting pile number 2, the shamans, with their week ahead? What energy, what animal archetype would do them well to connect with during this week ahead? We have the sacred, and we have this in reverse. This is a starfish. It says sacred. Understanding that all is sacred. Accept all, reject nothing. Hey Siri, who said accept all, reject nothing? Do you want me to use ChatGPT? No, I just wanted you to use yourself, but okay. The phrase accept all, reject nothing is often attributed to the Buddha, emphasizing acceptance and non-rejection. However, there is no direct evidence that the Buddha used this exact phrase. The sentiment aligns with his teachings on embracing all experiences without attachment or aversion. And then we have the death card, not surprising. Understanding death as a process. Even in death, it is sacred. Death is sacred. And in between there, we have this phoenix energy rising from the ashes. If you have been clinging to what used to be, clinging, devil card. If you have been chained down by the idea that you are not in control of your own life, of your own politics, of your own system, integumentary system. I just heard allowing someone else to live in your skin, allowing someone else to dictate how you live your life. Toughen up, buttercup. The shaman is not afraid of death. The shaman was never afraid of death. They embrace the new. It's all sacred. Everything is always sacred. It's our idea that our beliefs are the only beliefs. Accept all, reject nothing. Reject nothing. Joy. You bring me joy. That was the same thing that came through at the end of pile number 1. With joy, we have the dragonfly. Being able to fly. If I was a bird, I'd fly away. Thank you. Something is dying this week. Allow yourself time to rest and prepare. I just heard to hydrate. Not just hydrate by drinking water, but hydrating by moisturizing your skin, preparing for a new creation. A new creation. You literally have sacred, death, joy, create the joy of creation, but make sure you take your time to rest. This week is all about preparation so that you can apply the wisdom. Hayoka empath. I would also research Hayoka empath because you're being called to not take things so seriously. Don't take things so seriously. Find the being more curious. How peculiar, you know. We literally die every day when we go to sleep. We go to sleep and we die in our sleep. Death is not to fear. We get to wake up and we get to do it all over again. Rest. You literally have the rest card. Take your time to rest this week, to nourish yourself in the waters. We do have the solar eclipse, the new moon in Leo. That's starting out this Leo and Aquarius eclipse cycle. Something new is wanting to initiate. Leo does rule creativity. You have the spider here with create. You have sacred, finding the sacred in things. And I just heard not being so judgmental. Being able to lighten up a little bit. Finding joy in your creations. Restructuring your world as you know it. Restructuring your world as you know it. You know it's time to let something go. You know it's not for you. Because now I'm looking at this emperor like, what does it mean for you to be the emperor? Not what you think the emperor is supposed to be, but you as the emperor, because your anchor card is the shaman card. The shaman is outside of the box. It's taboo. It's but the shaman was the leader of the tribe. Okay, so it's about restructuring a new collective, a new government. I don't know. It's just something like, I'm just getting like leaving behind the status quo. I think that's the word. Like leaving behind, like coming to a realization that it's like, I don't have to do this shit. Like, and just taking the time to rest this week so that your joy can be illuminated. You can find the joy in death. You can find how sacred and how beautiful it is and how ridiculous it is to be scared. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, we don't fall in and out of those moments, but I just feel like there's an opening to a new idea of living life. You know, that it doesn't have to be this way is what I'm hearing. It doesn't have to be this way. But only through the eyes of the shaman, your inner shaman, will you understand what it's saying. And now I'm feeling lost. We're trekking the path and we're feeling a little lost. I knew I was a shaman, but I don't really know what that means to be a shaman because I've never actually seen a shaman. This could be a completely different change of pace of, and I'm seeing my own life experience in this moment right now of just like how I used to be law enforcement. I was emergency management, health inspector, and all these things. And then all of a sudden I was just like, 2020, I don't want to do this shit anymore. Like, I'm kind of into all this like shamanic mysticism, occult, where is God? Who is God? Is goddess a thing? Wanting to seek, wanting to break outside of the norms of what's deemed acceptable. I don't want to fall in line anymore. That's making me angry. I'm feeling a little bit of anger. Feeling angry of the way things have always been. This is just the way they've always been. Our inner child is like getting pissed off. Like, I don't want to do this shit anymore. I just want to have a little bit of fun. I want to have a little bit of joy. I want to not be afraid that everything is going to fall apart. I want to be able to rest peacefully. I want to be able to believe in something that's not already here. My son came to the door just now, and right when he left and I started recording again, that's when I said about the inner child being angry. And it's not even like I'm gonna throw a fit angry. It's just like, fuck all this shit, flip this fucking tape, like, I hate you so much right now. Just wanting to have like a little bit of like freedom, like fuck. That's what I'm getting from the shaman card now. Freedom to be in your skin, integumentary system. Freedom to like howl at the moon and get dirt underneath your nails, and bust free from this bus. Not being ashamed of our sensuality, of our joy, of what feels good. It's all sacred. There is sacred in death. There is sacred in creation. You got the create card with the spider, okay? You want to be able to feel again, because the two cards we have 3 cards reversed here, and they're all water cards. We have the starfish, which is a water animal. We have the moon card, connects to water, and then we have the Knight of Cups. You don't even like this shit anymore. Like, all this shit is fucking whack. Like, that's what I'm getting. Like, we don't want to do this anymore. The ICC, I call it the ICC, the Inner Child Committee. You know what I'm saying? Or the Inner Child Council. Our inner child, our shadow, because I believe that our shadow is just different aspects of younger versions of ourselves that were not given the permission to apply what they knew. Apply, Uranus, to not be themselves, to not explore, to not animate their own fucking life. Now, the Fool card in my deck is no longer the child within, it's the animator. You animate this shit. You create your own reality. But we're afraid. We're afraid because of all these systems that have been over top of us, that have told us how we're supposed to live our lives. And that's why we're so unfucking fulfilled. Hate this shit. Tired, but not even tired. I feel like I need some oracle cards, but I want something fun. I want something a little fun, a little badass. Matter of fact, let's see. Let's just go down the rabbit hole since y'all are the shamans, okay? Let's go down the rabbit hole. I just got this new deck and I really like it. I think it's really cute. It's the Everyday Millennial Oracle. Let's see what it gives us. And I'm also kind of feeling the Sacred Rebels card because I just feel like that's the energy of this pile. It's like, I'm just ready to break free. I'm ready to do my own thing. I'm ready to just, it's gotta be better than this. There's gotta be something else. Like, this cannot be all there is to life. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if I look back, nostalgia, right? Nostalgic. It's very Cancer, very icy, you know, angle, very moon card. You know, that water holds that emotion, it holds that memory. I just feel like if we go back to childhood and we pinpoint where we just felt free and happy and just like we felt like anything was fucking possible. That's where I want to go back to. That's what I'm feeling for this pile. And I just heard, I used to be a cheerleader, and only for a year though. And I can remember one of the cheers, get fired up. Get fired up. Get fired up. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. It's like you just want fire to come back. Fire and desire. You don't want to be made to feel bad about your desires. The devil card often deals with our desires. The flesh is weak, integumentary system. We want to do what feels good, but I think you've been waiting for permission that it's okay to experience. They also say when you have an orgasm, you have a death, you die, you know, and you got the death card. Period. Spirit can't make this shit up. And where did it fly? And landed right on the dragonfly. Where did it fly? And landed right on the dragonfly. With more joy, please. We want more joy in our life. And it landed right on top of the dragonfly with joy. Yeah, we're just, joy is sacred. Pleasure is sacred. Now, too much of anything or without the proper intention. I don't even want to say too much of anything because it says more joy, please. We've been holding ourselves stuck and stagnant in this mundane 3D world. We don't even give ourselves time to rest and just relax and enjoy. Enjoy. More joy, please. Go for it. So even if you've been having an idea that you're like, man, this would be a whole lot of fun, I would really enjoy this, you know, it's almost like looking at the devil card, you even keep it real with yourself. Like, and this might even, now something else is coming through. Because I see the hearts, of course, this now is going to connect. And we have 4 and 8, so double that. Double the joy. Double the joy. Okay, something, okay. And this is right beside the Knight of Cups that's in reverse. So this is feeling more, pile 1 is coming back in. And we have the Keep It Real with the hearts card, BFF Forever, Bestie, the 8 card for, and this card, every time I stop shuffling, this is the second time, go for it. What are you waiting for, huh? It's like you've been waiting for something. You've been waiting for someone to bring along with you, but you'll meet people when you get there. You'll meet people when you get there. But beside the Knight of Cups, it's also making me feel like you've been waiting to kind of create your life around somewhat of how someone else might fit into your life. But anybody that's meant to fit into your life will just fit when it's their time. And I've done the same thing too. And then we have the Emperor card in the center, which is the number 4. So there is something about 4. We're wanting to create a more stable environment. Card number 80 is the child within. Who does our inner child feel safe with? You might not be able to. Just don't wait for anybody else. Do what feels good. You have to experience things in order to know if you like it or if you don't like it. Okay, love is on somebody's mind. Okay, because we got compromise here. So, there could be, and I always, whenever I see the word compromise, I hear Earth the Kid. Compromise for what? You know, it's like if I have everything that I want, if I'm so happy, if I have so much joy and so much peace in my world alone, how much compromise is because you don't want to lose yourself, because I've been there, done that too. You don't want to lose yourself in a relationship, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know, I can't really speak on love, like talking about it, because I'm single. But and I've been divorced since 2019, so but I can't say, and this might not be romantic, this just may be anybody, but I just feel like you're ready to live. You're ready to live for you now. You're ready to explore what feels good. Moon card. And you want people to be real with you, because with the moon also, that can deal with mystery and not really knowing what's going on. It's kind of like you're in the dark on certain things. So if someone can't be upfront and honest and keep it real with you, then maybe you don't need to compromise. Maybe you just need to go your own way and find what it is that makes you happy, because sometimes you compromise too much and you don't let yourself experience different things because of what society may say is acceptable, or what your partner says is acceptable. So, I've been thankful for this time period I've been divorced, because I've gotten to experience and I've gotten to get toxicity out of my system. I've gotten to know my demons. I've gotten to know the devil within me, and I've learned how to alchemize it. We're also in science class on the IC. So, I've learned how to alchemize it, and it's if I wanted to continue being polyamorous, there's nothing wrong with that, but maybe it's just calling you to be polyamorous, but keep it real. I always kept it real, but having open conversation, and how much does the person mean to you? I'm just a person that's like, if someone has to compromise too much, that means they're just saying whatever just so they can stay. I want people to become who they're supposed to be. I don't want you to become who you think that I need, if that makes sense. So anyway, we'll close it out. I hope that message landed for somebody. We are 40 minutes in and 44 seconds. If you would like, I have plenty of services. If you would like to just shoot me a tip or, a donation, my Cash App is 757-933-3915. You can also text that number if you're interested in getting any services. Soon and very soon, I'll be teaching Alchemy 101 and have some lectures and things like that. Perfect is an illusion, and the devil card deals with illusions. So, like I said, don't get too wrapped up but you have to experience it. In order to know what's an illusion, you have to experience. Like, you can't, ain't no way around it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way around it. You have to experiment and express yourself and learn. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that if you're not willing to die, if you're not willing to create something new, if you're not willing to see what's on the other side. Otherwise, you just stay stuck in the mud. Okay, thank you. Thank you. If you would like to join the temple, it's $8 a month. I'm always pretty much available on there. You can just tap in. We vibe. You can tell me, if you got a question, you need a card pull real quick, it's like on the spot guidance, okay? And then you have freedom. Yes, you're looking for freedom. You're looking for liberation. You're looking to move forward. Yeah, you're just tired of the same old shit, just a different day. You know what I'm saying? And on the bottom here we have get organized. Okay, so whatever it is you want to take place, and I'm looking at this DVD rental compromise, everything looks in place, you know. Getting yourself in order, getting your stuff in order. What do you really want? Like I said, what do you really want? Keep it real with yourself. Okay, so yeah, I hope that landed. Y'all can hit me in the comments, and until the next time, namaste. The divine in me sees the divine in you. Peace, love, and until the next time, keep turning. That's slimmer than my bitch figure. Hey, we okay. We let the A1 fly. Jump in the same G5. Welcome, pile 3, to your pick a card, which has turned out to be pick a card for the week ahead. You picked the pile with the strength card, aka the warrior card, and the lesson of peace in the world system of culture. On the IC, like the rest of the piles, the other 2 piles, all 3 piles showed up on the IC, the astrological angle of the Imam Koli, the IC, the inner root, the inside, our inner awareness. You're the only pile that got the card on the spirit side, and you actually got one of the dual cards with circulatory system that may play a part. It may play a part because there is circulatory system there as well. Something is circulating. Something is being passed around, and the overall card for all 3 piles for the whole collective is the child within, now called the animator card, which is all about our inner child and Uranus. The inner child, as I was talking, and my child came in the room. Something is circulating about you. People are talking about you. They mistook your warrior archetype as non-peaceful. The heart of the matter. The heart of the matter, the circulatory system, the heart of the matter. You were just passionate about what the heart of the matter is. And for you, the heart of the matter is the inner child. I do this for you. I do this for me. I do this for every child to come. And I do this for every wounded child within. Every pile has been a different energy. I never know where it's gonna go. I push the button and let my shit go. I let whatever wants to come through, come through. I let it circulate. Constrained. Something feels like it's been constrained long enough. The beast within, because the warrior archetype was mistaken as aggressive. They mistook the heart of the matter for a war, when all you really wanted was peace. But you are a fire sign, so you are passionate about what is going on within the culture. Within the culture. Culture vulture. I just saw a vulture in my head. You've seen people feed off the innocence of the child. You've seen them feed off of the innocence. That turns you into a warrior. You picked the City Labyrinth Tarot. No longer a doormat. No longer letting people walk all over you to try to keep the peace. You are no longer sacrificing your passion, your purpose to affect the culture, to change the culture. You are no longer allowing people to walk over you because your light blinds them. Leo energy, warrior card, strength card. A lot of opposition, a lot of opposition. This week, a few more days, will be in the solar eclipse in Leo. The nodes are just touching Leo and Aquarius. We literally have Aquarius with the child within, with the planetary ruler of Uranus. Apply all that you have learned for the well-being and the peace of the inner child. You have worked really hard to bring your inner child from a reckless warrior to a peaceful warrior. You may have even been outcast from the culture, but now you found the joy in that outcast. You've been able to apply something that you have learned about being the outcast and how you are not alone. You are not alone. I am here with you. Something about being very tapped in spiritually, even if it's through music. Music speaks to our soul. When I pulled this deck out, I always keep the cards out that I pulled the last time so I can see where I was at the time that I pulled these cards last. And this card was the first card, 8 of Pentacles. And we have it again. It stifled your creativity, your artistry. You love to apply artistry to how you present yourself into the world, and people took that the wrong way. They couldn't see the art because we have lost an appreciation for art. We have lost an appreciation for the idea of performance. Do we always perform? No, because we are a real person having a human experience. But to be able to see the beauty in taking what we've been through, the warrior, taking the wars that we have been through, the trauma, all the shadow parts of our inner child, all the pieces of us that we have been conditioned to believe weren't good enough. We took that and we turned it into art, and it was still misrepresented. It was still misrepresented when all we were doing was attempting to find peace. We were trying to find the beauty in the war. We have the Death card in reverse. Do not fear, God is here. Do not fear, God is here. There's no need to fear anymore. It's okay to come outside again, but we'll do it different this time. We'll do it different this time. 2 of Cups. Something about sharing one-on-one. You've tried to share your art with the collective out in public. You've tried to share the beauty of your art to the collective. And it wasn't necessarily appreciated, probably because you're just ahead of your time. But sometimes it only takes one person to witness you, to see you, to be dialed into you, to listen to you, to look at you, to feel you. I feel you. I just heard trauma bonding. There's nothing wrong with trauma bonding. It's how we can come together and support one another. The problem is when you stay stuck, fixed energy. It's interesting how all these cards work together, all these piles, because the last pile got a card that said death on it, not even from a tarot deck. If you just want to vibe with me and listen to multiple piles, feel free. I appreciate you laid back, kicking it, enjoy the ride. Laid back, kicking it, enjoy the ride. You've learned a lot. You've applied a lot. You've been through the wars. The death process is over, though. The death process is over. And it's taught you that you don't really have to fear death. You know, it's just a time of changes. Now you can feel very deeply, Death card, Scorpio. You can feel when the tides are shifting. You can feel when the tides are shifting and you move accordingly. It's not always easy, but it does get easier. It's not always easy, but it does get easier. We have the Three of Swords, Heartbreak card, underneath the Death card. Three of Swords, underneath card number 13, Death card. Mirroring each other. They are literally mirroring each other with the Death in reverse and the Three of Swords in the upright. I don't necessarily love the traditional meaning of the Three of Swords because astrologically this is a card of exaltation. It is through the pain and the deaths and the wars that you have gone through that you have learned how to alchemize and how to tell a story through your art. How to tell a story even if it's just one-on-one that can inspire others. In the Embodied Tarot, the Three of Swords, Saturn in Libra, Exalted, is the card of the Advocate. And this reading goes very in line with the idea of the Advocate. How will you share your art, whether that's through speaking, whether that's through actual artwork, whether that's through your music? What form of art, what medium of art, medium, being a medium, being the middle ground for someone else to see the light, being able to literally balance between the two. All these piles feel very connected, balancing between the two worlds of the shaman, the upper world, or the three worlds of the shaman, the upper world, the lower world, and the mundane, the middle road, the middle passage, finding the middle ground. Three, we have the Two of Cups and the Two of Pentacles, okay? Being able to juggle, finding the beauty in being able to help people one-on-one, when people can really pay attention to you. Instead of being for the crowd, we find comfort in peace. Literally, the Warrior card, peace. We find comfort and peace with one-on-one connections. Everybody doesn't have to be connected together. And also finding peace doing our own thing, not with anybody else, just doing our own thing. Sometimes all you need is one person to see you, to hold space for you, to respect you, to love you. So you don't have to sit here, head down, sit here alone, head down with your heart broken, going through the transitions of life, death, and rebirth alone, for someone else to witness you. But sometimes you do have to do it on your own, Yeah, Patti LaBelle, on your own. Sometimes you have to be on your own, but sometimes you're not on your own. And even when you think you're on your own, you always have spirit. What do you believe in? Can you believe in something that you cannot see? Thank you. I don't know. I feel this, I was thinking, I was like, man, I kind of feel sad. Like this pile feels a little sad. Like the last pile was kind of charged, upbeat, you know. This one feels kind of sad. I feel like this group has been through a lot. There's something, like I said, I'm coming back to the fact that this was the only dual-sided card that came out, and it was the last pile, putting ourselves last. 3 piles, 3 of swords, putting everyone else before us, not mending our own heart before we come back out into the world to connect one-on-one with people, feeling alone and not knowing how to make the most of our time so that we can enjoy the time that we do have. We have the Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck, and it's feeling like therapy, right? She's got a notebook in her hand. She's sitting there with her leg crossed, looking like she's attentive. And we talked about this 2 of Cups and being able to connect with one person. If you are called to therapy, or you would like, I'm being called to, you can schedule a session with me, 757-933-3915, where I hold space for you to explore. I ask questions. It is feeling a little bit like pile 2, but more on the sadder spectrum of it, where it's kind of like you just lost your spark. So much war, so much death and destruction and heartbreak and sadness. We have the Death card, we have the Warrior card, we have the 3 of Swords, we have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse with all the artwork on the image. Just not inspired anymore. Circulatory system. Love. Love, a word that comes and goes, but few people really know what it means to really love somebody. Love, though the tears might fade away, I'm so glad your love will stay. I flipped over this card on the other side, and we had the 5 of Wands. It's literally fighting. Cause I love you and you show me. We got the 2 of Cups and the 3 of Swords. 2 of Cups deals with a relationship. I got love on my mind. Love is always playing in the background because we all want love at the end of the day. We all want to feel accepted. We have the Death card, Death in reverse. Then we have the 8 of Pentacles. I heard someone let pride get in the way. Someone let pride get in the way. They were afraid. Afraid. The wounded inner child. Their inner child is afraid to trust again, to open up again. Not really inspired. Love inspires my art. Love inspires my art. When I feel love, I can create endlessly. I can create endlessly when I feel love. But when that love ends, the creativity dies. The creativity dies, and it's hard for me to find what makes me happy anymore. I just get used to what I feel I'm supposed to do. I don't like riding this unicycle and juggling. I want to be creating art. You need to talk to someone. I don't know who you need to talk to, but you need to talk to someone. And then I just heard you're right there. I feel like there's conflict. There's some conflict. You know, this looks like Parliament. You know, look, we don't even live. The world. Look, I said it looks like Parliament, and we don't even live like in somewhere that has the Parliament. You know, like this is in the United States I'm in. You know, but this looks like the government, like, you know, fighting in the middle of Congress. And then on the other side, we have the world, when we're just looking for world peace, literally. Message. We're looking for world peace. We're tired of being at war. And a lot of what is affecting you, what you feel is affecting your personal life, is actually a lot of what's going on around the world that's making you feel this way. That's having you feel a little out of control. Feeling out of control. What's going on in the world has you feeling out of control, and it's making you think that it's skewing your perception of your personal, interpersonal relationships, of what's really going on inside of your world. What's going on inside of your world may not be what's going on in the external world. Being able to separate yourself from being able to separate yourself and being able to see and balance your own life, and not so much concerned with what's going on everywhere else. I do feel like there is someone you need to talk to, whether you need to find a therapist, or you've been thinking about getting a therapist for a long period of time, if you've been thinking about getting a reading with someone, or if you have a really good friend that you can trust to be like non-biased and just holds like a really good space for you. I don't even necessarily think you need advice right now. I think more than anything, you just need to be heard. You need to feel, because this is Two of Cups. That was the first card that came out in the upright. You got the Two of Cups. The first card came out upright. You just need someone to see you, to feel you. We went from Death card, that deep water Scorpio, you know, tragic energy, to Pentacles. You know, you got to produce, you got to work, you got to do this earthly, finite, bullshit ass system. My bad. And then you have the Two of Cups, where it's like, I just want to feel connected to someone. You know, I don't want to feel like this. It's so much going on in my head, swords. It's so much going on in the external world. You know, it's all doom and gloom, when I really, my heart of hearts, Leo. You know, Leo is a very optimistic energy. You know, it wants culture, shifting the culture. New vitality. That's what I'm hearing. Circulatory system. You just need some, it's like, I just need a refresh. Like, I need to feel alive again. Like, and it's love. And I just heard no one's blocking you from love but you. No one's blocking you from love but you. Learning love. Learning how to love. Learning what is love. What do you believe to be true about love? Scorpio Death card can sometimes deal with toxicity. Toxic love. That might have been all we ever knew. That might have been what we learned as a child. Let's get the, because I'm feeling like the heart, like something that's gonna calm and soothe your heart and make you feel better. Matter of fact, let's do a chakra, a chakra deck. Yeah, I think this is it. Yeah, let's do the chakras. The heart is the bridge. It's the bridge between them all. It's the bridge between them all. All right. I'm asking for assistance from the highest guides of myself and of pile number 3 to give them a message of healing, to tap into their energetic body, to raise their frequency so that they can step forward and prepare themselves for the position of the warrior. What does it mean for them to become the warrior again? To bring literally world peace. We have the world card here. How can they help affect culture in a positive way to bring an end to the conflict within our systems? Within our systems. Thank you. We have wolf with communication. Like, this goes back to that feeling of you need to say something. Say something, I'm giving up on you. No one is blocking you from love but you. No one is blocking you from love but you. And we have the root chakra. It will ground you. When you're able to speak from the heart the truth of the matter with the Queen of Swords here. Queen of Swords and King of Swords has been kind of the energy for the week throughout the piles. So you have throat chakra and root chakra. Definitely something needs to root is the first chakra, wisdom of the earth, to ground you back into this reality, to flip you back up onto this IC. I feel like as opposed to pile number 1, it is a lot going on this week for you. I feel like the beginning of the week is you in preparation mode. You're going within, you're dissecting certain things within you. But by the end of the week, it's time for you to step forward into some wisdom. It's going to be time for you to communicate. You have something that you need to share, whether it's with someone specifically or you just need to talk things out, because, yeah, connect with the earth as a means to realign your energy. Yeah, I just feel like the energy is just kind of like, everything just kind of feels a little like up in the air, literally, like with this Two of Pentacles. Everything kind of feels up in the air. You're just trying to balance everything. But what you really want to do, you know, with your time, money, energy, I am a positive influence on the world. Literally. Come on, pile 3. That was the affirmation that just came in at 8:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay? You want world peace. You want things to calm down, but we waiting on you, boo. We're waiting for you to communicate. Wolf energy. Notice your ability to convey ideas through words and expression. Through words and expression, to be able to express yourself through your art. It's time. It's time for you to share. And I'm with this root chakra card, it really is making me feel like you need to have a personal, private conversation with someone. Like I said, whether that's a professional or someone that you have on your mind, to end the conflict, to bring peace to both of your worlds. 21, 10, 10, and then 1. 1 plus 1 is 3. Because it's breaking both of y'all's hearts. And it really don't have to be all this. Like, it really doesn't have to be all this. This message is so loud. It's so loud. You can literally start over from the root. You can literally, it's almost like I just saw a tree grow overnight by just a conversation, by just communicating. Literally. Abundance of the earth. You can't make this shit up. Root chakra, number 8. You know, you have 28 with the wolf card, and then you have number 8 right here. And you started this with the 8 of Pentacles, you know. So you got all these 8s. The strength card is originally the number of 8. The inner child card is 80. You can have whatever you want. Everything, I feel like something is right at your fingertips, but you are scared. It's like this Leo fixed energy, literally Leo, solar plexus energy. It's like this fixed energy. You could have the abundance. You could have everything that you've ever wanted just by having this conversation, just by coming together with another person. This is really turning into a love reading, but like I said, take what applies, let the rest fly. You know, interpret it the way you need to interpret it. I expect that everybody that comes across my readings, I put the intention out there that they are readers of their own. It's just helping you with your own intuition. Like I said, we have this therapist card here, and now I'm saying this person, whoever it is that this conversation needs to happen with, it just feels like they're going to be so receptive to what you have to say. And so if that does need to be a paid partnership, you know what I'm saying, as far as like a therapist, you're paying someone to be a balanced person to talk to, then cool. You know who's in your world and who's not, you know. But if it's someone specific you have in your mind, I feel like it's going to go better than you're expecting, but you're holding on to death. You're holding on to this sad energy because that's all you've ever known. But why don't you just trust that? And I'm getting that it's not even a trust thing. It's just I'm really getting a Leo pride thing going on here, where it's just like, ugh. It's almost like wanting to go a certain way, but it's like, it's just the way you were made. Like, you just, like, it's like a visceral feeling to like change your mind. That's what I'm getting. And then I just looked down because this was the only card that I hadn't put back, you know, in the spread. The 3 of Swords was off to the side, and Swords, you know, is all in the mind. Like, the heartbreak is all in your head. You know what I'm saying? Like, it does, yeah, it's all in your head. You got the 2 of Cups out here. You know what I'm saying? That's a balanced, equal partnership, you know, of 2 people literally listening to each other. So yes, communication needs to happen. It's gonna start a whole new cycle for you. It's gonna plant you a new tree overnight. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna just sprout up. It's gonna sprout up overnight with Ganesh, with abundance of the earth. Release the obstacles to receiving abundance in perfect form. Okay, so this goes back to pile number 1. So I've been practicing something over the last few nights that has just been amazing. Okay, which is I toss and turn a lot. So anytime I wake up in the middle of the, before I go to sleep, I set affirmation in my head for whatever I need. And literally my affirmation from last night, was that last night? Yeah, from last night was, I gratefully and openly receive all forms of prosperity today. Thank you. And so every time I woke up in the middle of the night, I would say that until I fell back asleep again. And I woke up still saying it. And so that was what I was planting in my subconscious, is that, and it says release the obstacles, release the obstacles to receiving. And I use the word receive in my thing, abundance in the perfect form. I used prosperity instead of abundance in perfect form. It says the word form, and I used all forms of prosperity, all forms of prosperity. Okay, so if you want to, you know, create you a affirmation and try it yourself to reprogram this idea that, you know, it's almost like your emotional body has gotten stuck on repeat, that you feel like, you just don't know how to not be heartbroken almost. But I feel like the conversation that needs to happen, this communication that needs to happen, will actually free you from that, and you'll give your emotional body the chance to feel what not being heartbroken feels like, and then you'll be able to access it more and more and more. So that's what I'm getting. I do want to kind of look and see if they leave an affirmation. I don't use this deck a whole lot, but I do, so I don't really remember exactly. Yes, power statement. Okay, so let's do the power statement for 28, which is the Wolf communication card. It says, power statement. I trust my expression and my communication to be heard. I trust my expression and communicate to be heard, not communication. Okay, let's say it again. The power statement is, I trust my expression and communicate to be heard. I trust my expression and communicate to be heard. I trust my expression and communicate to be heard. And you can say that over and over and over and over again. You are programming yourself. Reprogram yourself. Because I think I said in the channeled part of the Pick-a-Piles, the IC is all connected to memory, the emotional body. It's also about conditioning. You're deconditioning yourself to live more in your heart space, Leo. Okay, so that you can bring more of your heart into the arena of culture. Ooh, all right. Then we have card number 1. Power statement. With the root chakra, I am grounded, stable, and supported in all of my experiences. I am grounded, stable, and supported in all my experiences. And then we have Ganesh with number 8. So you can memorize all 3 of the power statements, or you can pick the one that speaks to you right here, right now, in this moment, and work with that one, over time. Okay, this is Ganesh mantra. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. I'll take a picture or something and post it. And then it says, I bow to the divine Ganesh. I bow to the divine Ganesh. Ganesh is the remover of obstacles. So whatever obstacles or blockages that you feel that you're having when it comes to, having the life, because I feel like this is about having the life that you said you wanted. Like, you want this, you just don't know how to accept it yet, because in the process of accepting something new, something did die. And I don't know what died. Prayerfully it wasn't a physical death, and if it was, I'm sending so much love, because we do have the death card underneath the 3 of Swords, which is the heartbreak card, and on the wall of this card the word lost is written on the wall. And maybe you did lose someone. My world got turned upside down when you left. Now I don't have anyone that I can talk to that I trust. My root chakra was rocked. It feels like everything fell apart in that moment. I lost my spark. And I just don't know if I could handle opening up to someone right now. If you need professional assistance, please get professional assistance. If you would like to take the spiritual route and look for a medium that you would like to connect with, please do your research. Anytime you're going to use a spiritualist for anything, remember this is soul level work. So be mindful about the people that you let into your energy. If you would like a mediumship reading from me, it's not something I typically do, but if you would like to try me, you can text me 757-933-3915. But there is something that needs to be discussed, and I'm feeling that heavy energy coming again. So once again, if you did lose someone, or even if it was a metaphorical, because I'm even hearing how people say, you know, sometimes losing a friend, as far as like, you know, a friend breakup, you know, that can be really hard too. You know, Two of Cups can be a friend card, you know. I just feel like there's a lot. And then I just heard Big Sean bounce back. I feel like there is some difficulty bouncing back after something. And I do feel like there is some assistance that's needed. You can't do this alone anymore. You need assistance. Because I'm looking at the Death card by yourself, the Eight of Pentacles by yourself, the Three of Swords by yourself, and then on the other side of the spread, we have the Two of Cups, so it's two people. And then we have the Two of Pentacles, which is one person by themselves, but they are out in the world on autopilot. Every time I see this card, I keep thinking now, like, autopilot. It's just like, I'm just going with the motions, but it doesn't mean anything. Nothing means anything. And the Two of Pentacles is right above the World card. Like, nothing makes sense in the world anymore. I'm just waiting. I'm just passing the time. But your voice, they want me to, okay. I didn't even know if I closed this out, but I guess I did close this out. Look at that, the Lion card. I don't know if you're a Leo or have heavy Leo placements, but this is feeling very Leo, all of it. Lion, courage, number 19, be courageous and see your power in the world. With the World card, your spirit can bring so much calm and peace to a crazy, chaotic world. It can bring so much beauty and so much love into the world. But we're afraid to share what makes us vulnerable. And sometimes that vulnerability is a broken heart, whether that be from people or experiences or traumas or whatever it is. You have the ability to help the world in such a way. And then I just keep hearing, it's time for you to move forward with what the gift that you have to give the world, because we need it now more than ever. This is the first of the Leo cards in the minors. This Five of Wands. It just seems like something keeps happening. Every time I think that I'm about to level up, but that's because you're putting on a performance, Leo. We do that. I'm a Leo moon, I understand. Sometimes we're putting on a performance for others, that we're stronger than what we really feel, because we haven't found the beauty. Eight of Pentacles, we haven't found the beauty in our vulnerability yet, because we need to heal it. We need to heal all the trauma of our childhood. And we can do that in safe spaces, like with a therapist or an advisor. I'm not one to recommend like really talking to friends about. I'm more of talk to a professional. Talk to a professional if you really want to work through it. If you really want to get unstuck out of this Three of Swords and move forward, being able to balance your old life and your experiences and turn them into gold. Now is the time. Let's go to 28 with Wolf communication. Notice your ability to convey ideas through words and expression. Wolf is the teacher of communication in the world of animal totems. There are many misconceptions about the wolf's actual size, ferocity, and inclination to fight, warrior. Through its use of body, facial, and vocal expression, the wolf is able to convey its state of mind and its intentions. Through varied vocal calls like howling, growling, barking, and even whimpers, this creature is ready to bring voice to their action, not only using sound, but also using stance, tail position, and stare. The wolf communicates clearly. This four-legged animal has many gifts to share in relationship to the human energy system. As communicators, and we had circulatory system, it's like we need you. You are the gateway that can help all this energy flows so much easier. But first you have to talk about the things that are difficult to talk about, because that's how you really will connect with the rest of the world. That's how you'll really connect with other people, when they can hear your story and find the beauty and the art in it. When you can show them the beauty of your art through the death process. Nature calls us to realize our own unique power, as we are blessed with many levels of ability. Message: the power of wolf encourages you to examine your own levels and tendencies regarding communication. This medicine means not only to your vocal communication, but also the physical body language you use in expressing yourself. If you need assistance in refining your daily communications, pay attention to the sounds you make regarding words. Your words are powerful and set the tone for your interaction with others. If you have difficulty expressing your ideas or feelings, follow Wolf's lead and use all of your powers of communication, eye contact, gestures, posture, and open heart to convey your truth. As a communicator out in the world, you are being invited to refine your particular channel through this message, which may be connected to artistic, creative, or interpersonal development. Feel Wolf by your side, encouraging a greater sense of opening and freedom through communication. Envision Wolf in the throat center, empowering that ability. Power statement: I trust my expression and communicate to be heard. And I want to read the Lion card with courage as well, number 19. Be courageous and see your power in the world. The mighty lion is a symbol of the sun and the precious metal gold, as well as the feminine aspect of power. It is the second largest member of the cat family and thrives in a natural habitat of the jungles and savannas of Africa. When we think about the lion, we think about great power and courage. The lion is fierce and dangerous, but ironically, they can be passive and non-confrontational. The lion relies on its stealth, size, and roar to keep enemies at bay. We might see this comically portrayed in The Cowardly Lion of The Wizard of Oz, who discovered in the end that his power was born from courage and commitment to himself and to his family of friends. In the natural world, the young lions are akin to the rising sun. This is the energy of the solar plexus chakra as well. We all have that light within us, and we are asked to be that light in the world. The lion shows us the perfect balance between force and stillness. Message: the lion saunters in to remind you of your inner strength and courage. This world is challenging us all the time to remember our own importance and strength in adversity. You may now be facing a test of strength and and you are being assured that you have all the attributes needed to face this test. If you need to feel more courageous, see yourself as the lion and roar. Sometimes we need to adopt these traits and try them out. The more faith you put into this process, the stronger you will feel doing it. Choose wisely what you want to fight for and what is not worth the fight. Is the challenge a test of will and ego, or is it a test of commitment and standing up for what you believe in? The ego is our protective force that must be kept in check. If you find yourself operating from the ego, then remember to check in with what is pride and what you really feel and hold dear. Be filled with your own sense of purpose and will. It will take you where you need to go. Power statement. May my courage be infused with humility and grace. And that is all I have for you, Pile 3. I hope this reading resonated. I hope you got something that you needed. If you would like to work with me, you could text me 757-933-3915. Or if you would like to bless my Cash App with a donation, that is also available at 757-933-3915. That's my always dreaming Cash App. If you would like to schedule a reading or just kind of keep abreast to kind of what's going on with my classes and deck creation and things like that, you can also text me at that number. It's all right, pile number 3. You got this. You got this. I'm sending you so much love. Namaste. The divine in me sees the divine in you. Peace, love, and until the next time, keep dreaming.